So to today's my March Madness predictions, I accidentally clicked on Auburn beating whoever wins that one, and Auburn is going to win that game. So, Louisville versus Creighton. I'm going to take Creighton. I mean, Big East is a solid conference, and I like Marquette. Marquette is in that conference, and Creighton is a good team. So Michigan versus UC San Diego, and I am going to take the upset in UC San Diego. And then Texas A&M, when on Selection Sunday, I was thinking there's no way Texas A&M is winning this game. But then I looked at some of the Ivy League tournament stats from Yale, and I'm like, there's no way that they can beat Texas A&M. So I'm actually going to take here, I think San Diego State is going to beat UNC. Okay, if UNC ends up beating if UNC ends up beating San Diego State, then Ole Miss is going to win that game. But I'm assuming San Diego State's going to win this game, so then they're going to beat Ole Miss. And then Iowa State easily beating Lipscomb. And Marquette beating New Mexico. I mean, Marquette is a really good basketball team. I love Marquette. They're my favorite team. And I'm not going to lie, they are not as good as they used to be. But, I mean, they're not a bad team. Definitely can beat New Mexico. And then I'll take Michigan State there to win that one. So then we go over to the East. Duke versus whoever wins that game. Duke, obviously. And then I'll take Baylor to beat Mississippi State. Don't really like Mississippi State. Don't love Baylor either, but I think they win this. So I like to pick a lot of 12 seeds to beat the 5 seeds. And this is like the only game that I'm sure that the 5 seed is going to win in Oregon. And Arizona versus Akron. I'll take Arizona. And BYU versus VCU. I wish these teams didn't have to play each other. 2 teams that I would have picked to go to like the Sweet 16 or something, but I'll take BYU here. And Wisconsin to beat Montana. I don't love Wisconsin this season, but I think they can definitely get past Montana. And then St. Mary's, I love how they're playing basketball right now. Easily beat Vanderbilt. And then Alabama to beat Robert Morris. All right. So we move out to the West. And in the West, Florida's going to beat Norfolk State. You know, I love Norfolk State because, you know, my mom was from Norfolk. But, you know, I can't have them winning that game. UConn obviously demolished it. Oklahoma. And, you know, I said before I like picking at least 2 12 seeds to win. And this is going to be my other one, as I'll take Colorado State. And then Maryland, I have them beating Grand Cayman. Sorry, I can't really touch it very well right now. Missouri versus Drake. A lot of people saying Drake's going to the Sweet 16. There is no shot. Give me Missouri. And then Texas Tech. Sorry, I have a very sniffly nose. Kansas versus Arkansas. Kansas, the 1 seed, coming in this season. They went down to the 7 in this tournament, and they definitely deserve it. They're not great. St. John's, I love how Omaha made it for, I think, the first time with St. John's. What a season they've had. Taking the win there. And Houston, going to beat whatever team that is. SIUE, I don't know. Gonzaga, beating Georgia. I mean, Houston has a tough game against Gonzaga there in the next round. The AC Gonzaga, very good Very solid team. And then Clemson beat McNeese. I had McNeese winning last season and actually going to like the Sweet 16. This season I don't feel as good about them. And then Purdue beating High Point. You know, High Point last year I feel like could have done something against Purdue, but not this year. And I'm assuming Xavier beats Texas, but I'm still taking Illinois to win that game. And then Kentucky to beat Troy. Utah State to beat UCLA. Can I tell you the reason why I'm picking this? If we go back up here, UNC, bang, beat UCLA. So there is no way that they can beat Utah State if they can't beat UNC. And then give me Tennessee to beat Wofford. So we go way back up to the south. We have Auburn versus Creighton. Auburn, they're going to take this win. I mean, I would not be surprised if Creighton comes close in this game. Maybe like a 7 or 10 point game. But I don't think they win this game. You know, the reason why they don't is they struggle against the bad teams in the Big East. Like DePaul in the Big Ten tournament, or in the Big East tournament, they almost lost to them. Double overtime. Give me Texas A&M to beat UC San Diego. And Iowa State to beat San Diego State. I mean, that's what I'm assuming. Again, I would not be surprised if this game was close in Marquette versus Michigan State. Marquette is a really solid team, but they're not as good as Michigan State. So I am going to take Michigan State, but I wouldn't be surprised if Marquette actually won that game. So now we go into the East. Shoot. Sorry, that was my time limit. But, you know, it's fine. Because I've been doing my brackets, thinking about that, all that stuff. But we got... I'll take Duke to beat Baylor. You know, I don't like Baylor. I don't like Mississippi State either. Oregon to beat Arizona. I love Oregon and how they play. So I will take Oregon to win. Next up, BYU versus Wisconsin. I'm loving BYU right now. So give me BYU to win that game. And then Bama to beat St. Mary's. All right, now we're going down to the west side. Florida beating UConn. You know, UConn has it easy against Oklahoma. There's no way that they're beating UConn. And then I am going to have Colorado State advancing here. So they're the 12 seed facing the 1 seed there, Florida. I'll take Texas Tech to beat Missouri any day. Then I'll take St. John's to beat Kansas there. Then we got Houston versus Gonzaga. Houston is going to struggle in this game. But, they're still going to win, but Gonzaga is definitely going to put up a fight. And then I'll take Purdue to beat Clemson. Don't like the ACC this year, and Clemson is one of those teams that I don't really love. And I'll take Illinois to beat Kentucky, actually. Yeah. Take Illinois to beat Kentucky in a little upset. And then Tennessee going and beating Utah State. So then we go out. Now we're going in to the south. As we got Auburn versus Texas A&M. Give me Auburn to win that one. And then Iowa State to beat Michigan State. Iowa State is injured, but I still see this team as a strong team that can win basketball games. Duke beating Oregon. And I am going to take BYU over Alabama. Wow. That's just what I think, but it's very bold. Colorado State, their Cinderella story ends right here. Florida taking that dub. And then I'll take St. John's to beat Texas Tech. Houston does demolish Purdue. It's going to be an easier game for Houston against Purdue than Gonzaga. Tennessee to beat Illinois. So now we go into the Elite Eight. Auburn versus Iowa State. As much as I really want to put Iowa State in the Final Four, I have to take Auburn. And then Duke versus BYU. And again, as much as I want to take BYU, I have to take Duke. That's 2 1 seeds making it. And then we got down here, I'll take... You know what? I'm changing my mind. I'm going to pick BYU. I'll take Iowa State. I don't want 4 1 seeds in the finals. And I'm definitely taking Florida and Houston. St. John's is a great team. They're not beating Florida. There's no way. In the Final Four, Iowa State versus Florida, I'm taking Florida. And then Houston versus Duke. Houston, and the winner is going to be Florida. Florida is my winner. How many total points will be scored in this game? I'm going to say like 154 points will be scored in that game. Well, that wraps up my video. So just to look at my bracket here. Yeah, that's my bracket. So that wraps, show you down here. That wraps up my NCAA predictions. Bye.